Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video we are going to learn something simple and interesting and very useful for interviews, and that is how to encrypt the string. So we will implement a basic encrypt technique called Caesar Cipher. So don't worry if you're a beginner, I'll explain everything step by step. So in the easiest way possible. So before we start, if you are new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any coding or placement tutorials. So let's see our problem statement. So here is our problem statement. So here encrypt a string by shifting each character by a fixed key. So that is what we are going to. So before the problem statement, I'll explain what is encryption. So encryption means is the process of converting normal readable text into a secret or a coded text so that others cannot understand it. So for example, this is mainly used in militaries. So I'll explain with the example so you will understand what is encryption. So here is an example. Here our input is hello and our key value is 3. So we are going to shift the value by 3. Okay. So each and every character is we are going to shift the value by 3. So our encrypted output is no, which is KHOOR. So here is the explanation. So our key value is 3, right? So we have to shift the each character by the 3 times, 3 positions forward. And if we have a H, after we have a K. So after H, after three portion of the H is K. So H I J K and K is in the third position, right? So at the H position K came, and at the E position H came as like a shift to the third position. As like that, we are going to shift the each and every character in the string so that encrypted output will be get. So let's see. So it is widely used in passwords, banking apps, and messaging apps and security system also. So I have mentioned that Caesar Cipher. So the Caesar Cipher is one of the oldest encryption technique, and the idea is very simple. So shift each letter by a fixed number. So suppose our key value is 3 means we have to shift by the 3. If it's 2 means we have to shift by the 2. So if we have a H, we'll get a J if the shift value is 2. So every character moves 3 positions forward here. And if it crosses Z, we wrap around back to the A. So this wrapping is very important. So if for example, instead of O, we have a Y. So and we have to shift to the 3 positions. Right. So after Y we have Z, and after that we don't have any characters. So we came back to the A and we shift towards. So Z, A and B. So after shifting 3 position, B will be our encrypted character. So I'll show another one example also. So here is our another one example, which is Java programming, and we have to shift the characters by 5 position. So if we shift that, we'll get this string. So and as like in our previous example, so J if we shift by 5 positions, we'll get a O, and A by F and B by A. So as like that, we have to do for the each and every characters in the string. So here numbers, spaces, and symbols of stays same, and only letters are encrypted. So that is one of the main thing here. Okay. So now let's see the so now let's come back to the problem statement. So here encrypt a string by shifting each character by a fixed key. So take a string and take a key value also and shift each character by the key value and return the encrypted string. So I'll tell about the logic so you will understand. So here is our approach. So in a step 1, loop through each character in the string, and if it's a letter, shifted by the key and wrap around if it's exit Z for uppercase or in a lowercase also. So if it's not a letter, keep it as it is and build the encrypted string. So I have already explained this how we have to do. So we have to traverse the each and every character, and if it's a alphabet, if it's a letter, we have to shift it by the key position. If it's not a letters, if it's a symbol, space or anything, we just have to keep it as it is. We don't need to do anything in that. So and after doing this process, and we have to print our final result. So let's see the pseudocode. So here, so our input and a key values getting, and we are creating an empty string, and in that empty string we are going to traverse each and every character. So if it's a uppercase, we going to encrypt. Okay, so encrypt C minus capital A. So because C is a, so let's see the pseudocode. So here we get a input and the key value and a result string and an empty result string we have created. So in that, so after that, so in a for each loop, we are getting a each and every character in the loop, and we are checking the condition if it's a uppercase. We have to encrypt, right? So we are taking that character, our input character, and we are separating with a capital A and plus key value. So and using the modulo operator with the 26 and plus A. So we will get a k time shifted character by this. So and if it's for lowercase, we do the same. So if it's not a lowercase or uppercase, we just keep it as it is, right? So and update the result value and return the result value, which means print the result value. So here is our time complexity and the space complexity. So time complexity is big O of n and space complexity is big O of n. So let's give encrypt. So we have created our class. So inside our public class, our main class. So we have implemented the scanner. So now we are going to get a string as a input. So string s equal to sc dot next. Let's give a next line, okay? So we can get the we can get a input as a string or it's a sentence. So and our key value. Yeah. So into key equal to sc dot next int. So we have got, and after that, so we are creating a empty result, right? So let's use a string builder function. So string builder, so result equal to new string builder. So in a previous problem, tell about the I have told about the string builder. So why we use. So I'll tell you once again. So in Java, string is a immutable. So that's why. So we cannot change anything in a string. So so that's why we have used a string builder. So we can change and modify the string in a string builder. Okay. So now follow, we are iterating from the first index of the string to the last index of the string. So inside characters equal to s dot caret of I. So we are just taking a character. We are initializing a first character in a C. So and now we are checking the condition if that character is a uppercase or lowercase. So that so character dot is uppercase of C. So it's a upper. We are declaring class C equal to so C minus A and plus key. So outside the braces, we are giving a modulo 26 and plus our character A. Okay. So here C is already declared. So that's why I have added another one H here. Okay. So we have to do it for the lowercase also. So we change this to lower. So lowercase of C, and we have to, instead of capital A, we have to use the small a. So we have split it, right? We have to add in a result string also. So we have split the characters. So here we have shift the characters and we have to add to the result string, right? So let's use a restart append of ch. So which means as our encrypted character will be append to the result. Okay. So let's do this for here also. So if the character is not a uppercase or lowercase, so it definitely be a numeric or else so we have successfully added to the result string. So let's print the string. So in SOPLN, we just print the result. So let's run this. So let's give an input. So let's give a hello. So hello. So and let's give a shift value be a 3. So if we shift this, our H will become K. So if we shift by 3, our H will become a K and E will become a H and L become a O and here also L and L become a O and O become a R. So we get the output as smooth. So as we expected, we have got in a H value, we got K and E. If we shifted 3 times, we get H and L. If we shifted 3 times, we get O and O shifted 3 times, we get R. So we have got our output. So if you know this, you can easily solve shifting problems and rotation problems also. So definitely practice this. So if you found this helpful, please like the video and subscribe. So comment below if you want me to explain decryption or advanced encryption next. So thanks for watching and happy coding.